When you play a racing game too much, especially for a couple of years, you won't enjoy it the way you used to. So in games that allows you to install different mods, players often tend to keep the game fun to play by adding various car or map mods. But what about Forza Horizon 5? You know, this game finishes in the first couple of days because the storyline is too short and you can't have mods installed, so you only have to choose among the cars that the game offers. Fortunately, we have more than 850 cars in the game, so in terms of cars, it's fine. But the map, well, it's the same and it's gonna remain the same and we can't do anything about it. You can spend a few bucks and buy the Rally Adventure or the Hot Wheels expansion, but again, these two are small maps. Playing online can also be fun, but after a while, it ain't gonna be the same. But one thing that never gets old in these kind of games that is always fun to do is drifting. Drifting can also be so frustrating for some players, especially for those who are playing with a steering wheel. But before you start questioning your skills, pay attention to what car you are using when you drift. I have already talked about how you can easily drift in any game, especially in Forza Horizon 5. I also talked about a special trick you can do in this game that can help you drift like a pro. But one factor which was always important was the car's capabilities. You have to have a car that begs you to drift it. And yes, we already have the Formula Drift car pack, all of them are amazing, you can use them, but what if you wanted to use your favorite car? You know, in drifting we have low horsepower and high horsepower. Both require their own techniques and one can be easily initiated and harder to maintain, and one, which is low horsepower, is hard to initiate but easier to maintain. Anything less than 300 horsepower is called low horsepower, and high horsepower cars often have about 700 or more. But if I tell you that I have found a sweet spot just in between both, it's so easy to initiate and also to maintain, wouldn't you be amazed? And for this, I have chosen the 2008 BMW M3 with an exotic body kit. One reason why I have chosen this car is the manual transmission on this model. It's not engine swapped and I have tuned it specially for drifting. Only if you look at the suspension, the stance, and how the car bounces on the road and how soft the springs are, you will definitely fall in love with this beauty. To make it drift, you need a clutch kick and a subtle gas pedal push, and the car will throw itself, and then you only need to swing the gas pedal and watch how well the car handles everything like it was meant to be drifted in the first place when it was built. The physics, the animation, the springs, and the drift itself will keep you entertained for hours, whether if you're drifting with a controller or with a steering wheel or even with a keyboard. The car produces 780 horsepower, it sounds magnificent, and it looks astonishing. For tight corners, make sure to drift in second gear, and in bigger ones and around the square, third gear is the sweet spot. But overall, you don't need to be worried about losing traction or oversteer because this is the ultimate drifting machine. I'm Mason and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this beauty and wish you a weekend full of ultimate drift skill points. See you in the next one. Mason out.